I just have to ask you the question. If you could have one jersey or one kind of design you could bring back from the Lions' long list of jerseys, which one would you bring back?
That's the toughest question ever, I think. The obvious answer, I think, is those blacks. What was it, maybe 2008, the late 2000s, those black jerseys? I think that is the biggest fan favorite. And, I mean, I love those jerseys as well. But the Barry Sanders era throwback, they were still like the traditional colors, right? Blue and silver, but they were that deeper blue. The face masks were blue. It was the old logo. The pants were silver. Something about those, every time I see them, I'm just like, whoo, there's a little shiver that goes down my spine. I don't know if it's because it's Barry Sanders. I don't know if it's because that was a more successful time in their lives. I don't know if it's just art. I don't know what it is. But every time I see those, I feel it. I feel it deep down. What's yours? What do you think you would bring back?
I mean, for me, I'm pretty much in the same boat with you. I would love it to death if the Lions would actually bring back those 1990s, really early 2000s Detroit Lions colors with the current logo, because I loved that blue face mask. I loved the blue that was with the 90s. Like, that was a really, really good design and uniform for the Lions. It was simple. It was fresh. It was right what it needed to be as. And I loved that color. I loved that design. And I think to answer your question, yes, part of it has to do with the fact that it was Barry Sanders and that was the uniform he played in. But I think more so to your question, that was when the Lions were last truly successful. We had multiple years. We went to the playoffs. That was the last time we won our own playoff game in the Pontiac Silverdome, which is long gone. So for me, that is one uniform, but I would be the opposite of you. I would love to bring those uniforms back, but I loved the black uniforms. Like, I'm sorry, black uniforms in the NFL, it's just a match made in heaven. I mean, it's a black and blue game. You're going to get bruised. You're going to get hit. You're going to hurt. And, like, come on now. Black is always sexy to wear. Like, you just love to wear black. It's got a tough grittiness to it, and it goes with naturally everything. Black is a color you can use for any uniform, and it looks great with Lions players. Black with the dark blue, the silver. Like, dude, it just looks awesome. It looks sexy, and I'm so sad that we literally only got those uniforms for like maybe 2-3 seasons at best. Those were really, really good-looking uniforms. The problem is to the opposite of those 90s uniforms, when the Lions had a lot of success, those uniforms were at the decade of despair. So a lot of Lions fans look at those black uniforms, and they're just like, ooh, we don't want to remember that decade.
It's a shame because those are great jerseys, and they are associated with the darkest of the dark times. I think, yeah, like you said, black jerseys anytime, they'll play, especially when, I don't know, they'd never been done before that, right? So
Not as far as I know. Detroit's never worn a full-on black jersey before then. Like, I'm the type of person that I go on Madden, and if I'm feeling kind of froggy, if I'm feeling kind of frisky, I'll go in and change the jersey settings to those black uniforms because I still like those uniforms.
Absolutely. It's Friday night. Do you think I'm wearing the traditional home whites? Come on now. No chance. Also, I think even though the team stunk then, if they brought those back, people would go crazy over them, especially in today's era where it is more like, let's get cooler jerseys, let's get more alternates, right? All these different things. Those blacks would have the world on fire if the Lions announced them for a game this year. They'd sell 1 million of them.
Oh, absolutely. I truly believe they would because, again, as much as those uniforms kind of have a negative stigma with them because of when they were being used, they're still really good-looking jerseys. Like, they just work for Detroit. They work for the Lions. They work for our uniform overall as a design element. It's just a great-looking uniform, which let's kind of flip it on the side here for a second. If you could get rid of one current Lions uniform, which one would you get rid of?
Whew. That is a tough question. I love all of them. That's kind of the one nice thing that's been a constant about the Lions. I always like the jerseys. They're always clean. I think the home blues are nice. I think the road all whites, very nice. I think the silvers, I like those a lot. The all silver, big fan. And I think my favorite might be the Thanksgiving Day jerseys. Something about just the traditionalness and the plainness of it, it hits me right every time. And it's Thanksgiving and there's turkey and the leaves are changing color. Like it always, that one plays too. So I don't, it's like it's like killing a kid here. I can't pick, I can't do it.
I mean, if I had to choose one.
Yeah, gun to my head. Yeah, I would probably go get rid of the whites.
Well, see, this is actually going to surprise you. If I had to choose one, I would choose the all grays. I like the all grays. I like them. I really like those jerseys. But I like the all whites for one simple reason, and here's the reason why. Because I would have agreed with you until I saw this concept design that I saw from somebody else. Somebody posted a picture, it had Jared Goff in it, but what they had done is they kept the all white jersey, all white pants, everything, but what they did is they took out the gray color of the helmet and they made it white, and it just popped. It was like a whole white jersey. White helmet, white pants, white shirt. It still had, I think, the gray face mask. It might have had a white face mask. I don't remember. But I was like, man, that really pops. Like, you've literally got all white. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like,
crispy.
And I'm like, that looks pretty clean. That looks pretty fresh. And then I'm looking at the gray uniforms, and I'm like, those look really good, too. But it's like, gray, gray is like a very neutral, basic color. It doesn't necessarily excite or offend anybody. So it's like, if I had to get rid of one, I would choose the all grays, because some people I know don't like them because it's a very basic uniform. It really doesn't do anything to inspire people. But I'm like you. I like the blues. I like the whites. I do like the Thanksgiving uniform because there's history and there's tradition. But if I had to get rid of one jersey element or one jersey design, I would get rid of the all grays. Or that all color rush gray. That's the one I would get rid of.
Man on a mission, I'ma get it. You know I be on a what?